Hi guys, this is Deborah and I'm going to challenge myself to make myself a travel notebook with all of these different pages from my scrapbooking stash, because I don't do much scrapbooking anymore, and I have got all colours of the rainbow, from pinks to brown, more boyish type things, to pretty vintage florals, and I wondered what would happen if I put it all together into a travel notebook, whether it would work. So let's try it, shall we? Some of the pages that I want to cut will have a design like this on them, so obviously I'm trying to keep as much of that as I can. So I'm just going to find the end of it, and I'm going to make this the 8 1/4 inch piece. I'm just finding my 8 1/4 inch line, which is that dot there, and it is going to chop through it a little bit. So I probably want to have a bit more of this, and then turn it around again. So it might be a little bit fiddly, some of this cutting. Now I think I'd rather have the bottom than the top cut off, so that's what I've done. And now I need to make this bit so that it is 8 1/2. Again, it's going to fold in the middle, so I'm going to trim this edge off here. So this will be the main focus. At least I'll have, most of that around here on one side, and then trim this off at 8 1/2. Oh, sorry, 8 1/2. Yes, that's the measurement. Don't get mixed up between your quarters and your halves, so that when I fold that, I'll get, most of that will be on this side. I'll put that on there. You can see most of the frame's going to, it's upside down, sorry. Most of the frame is going to be on that side. So I am going to fiddle a little bit with some of that, so bear with me. So there are some papers, such as this one, where it doesn't really have an up or a down, so it doesn't have a directional print, whereas the one that I did before, which is this one, and these flowers, they have a directional print. So I want to make sure that my 8 1/4 measurement goes from here to here, because then I'll fold so that my flowers are going to be up the correct way. And then something like this, which definitely has a pattern on the bottom of it, not the back, just one side. Again, I have to decide which one is going to be my main pattern, which is probably going to be this one here, I would say. This is my trusty scoreboard, and I have to say, I think it's the best money I ever spent. I absolutely love it. It's so easy to actually find the center of things, and also just to score them. So because these are 8 1/2, I'm going to score at 4 1/4. And it's also, as I'm going through, it's a good way to check. So if I put it on that way, I can see that that's on the 8 1/4, so I immediately know I've got it in the incorrect position. And in fact, I think I've cut this one 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. Let's just check it. I have, so that's no good. There you go. We make mistakes. Of course, I make mistakes all the time, but I don't try and hide my mistakes. I think, just show you that it's easy to make a mistake, and we just go with the flow. So this travel notebook is 12 pages, so that gives me, for each sheet I get 4 pages, so it's 48 pages, which is quite thick, I think, and pretty good. By the time I get all of the tags and whatnot in there, it's going to be thick and fine. So then you have to decide what goes in what order. Because they're thick, these pages, I'm probably going to put those in the back, and I'm just going to mix it up. Look, I'm going to put flowers followed by stripes, and followed by bright colours, dark colours, a bit of that, this one, a little love one, and the watercolour paper in the centre, because that's really pretty. And I think that it's going to look quite nice, actually, even though everything is different. I'm going to mix and match all of the tags and things that I put on it. I'm going to move this piece, because otherwise I'm going to get white on white as I'm going through. So I'm going to put this piece between these two really bright pieces. And I've got this little love here. And just quickly flick through and see if I'm happy with what I've done. Yeah, I think that's good. So I'm probably going to do a fair bit of sewing on this book. So I'm going to make tags like that, or should I say little envelopes like that. I'm also going to make some mini envelopes to put in here and lots of other things, and then I'll come back and show you once I'm finished it.